Kremen in particularly, that their commitment to student support is really unrivaled. That this year, just as an example, if you look at the freshmen incoming to Fresno State, we have not just the largest class at Fresno State that we've ever had, but we also have the largest proportion of first-gen students, which is 56% of our students are first-generation students. Their success at Fresno State doesn't come by accident. It comes by design and hard work. And what we're going to do tonight is celebrate both the design of how we try to support students and the hard work that you've put in to accomplish where you are so far. But most importantly, in this meeting, we're going to celebrate the fact that we have donors who have invested lots and lots of blood, sweat, tears, and money to make it possible for students to be more successful. And we're just really here to celebrate everything that you've done so far and to wish you well. So with that, what I'd like to do is I'd like to turn this over to my interim associate dean, Kathy Godfrey, who will be followed by the development director. The development director will be introducing some very important people as donors this evening. So with that, welcome everybody. We're celebrating you, and I hope that all of your friends and family that are attending are celebrating you at the same time. Thank you.
Thank you, Dean Yarrick. This is Laura Clark. Before we turn it over to Dr. Godfrey, we just wanted to introduce a couple of folks here tonight. First of all, I'd like to welcome two special guests. Carol Hansen is an alumnus and a donor of both a scholarship and a planned gift to the Kremen School of Education, as well as being an adjunct faculty in the School of Education at another institution. Carol, I can see you there tonight. Welcome. Can you just tell us a little bit about your scholarship and why you decided to donate to the Kremen School?
Yes, I'm happy to do that. First of all, thank you to Dr. Godfrey, Dean Yarrick, and Laura for inviting me to this wonderful reception. I have to tell you, I'm on a lot of Zooms, but I have not been yet in a reception situation. So I think this is wonderful. I don't really feel like an important person, but I know I am able to give. And just to give you a little bit of background about me and why I chose to give a scholarship, I am also a first-generation college grad, along with my three brothers. And if I can take you back to before all of these candidates, I'm sure, were born, in 1968, I graduated from McLean High School. I'm a native Fresnan, and I entered Fresno State. And I happened to have received then a $300 scholarship from a lady that had passed away. And that carried me through all 4 years of fees at Fresno State. That's how reasonable it was to go to school then. And I know the costs have gone up. I did all my undergraduate and graduate work at Fresno State and majored with 2 BAs in Spanish and English, and then did both elementary and secondary credentials, Master in Ed and Administrative Services credential. And then as I completed my credentialing in teaching, I was hired by Fresno Unified and taught for a number of years and worked there for 40 years. When I retired, my last assignment was high school principalship. And so with that being said, I was raised in a family of donors, and my parents, having not gone to college, knew the value of education and giving back to the community. And that's what we grew up in. And so I've always continued to practice what my parents taught me. So it is with great gratitude to the university that I am able and financially able to help students as they go along with their education, because it's so much more difficult now. And who would have known we would be in the situation we're in now, which even makes it more difficult on families. So thank you for including me today. And on behalf of me and my husband, we are proud to be Bulldogs.
Thank you, Carol. Appreciate that. Really appreciate you taking time to join us tonight. If you can stay with us for a little bit, I would love to have you meet some of our scholarship recipients. Our second guest tonight is Dr. Rudy Darr Ray. Rudy, hi. He has a doctorate in education from the University of San Francisco. He oversaw the ESL program for San Jose Unified School District until bilingual education came along, and then he switched to computer education. He is also adjunct faculty at University of San Francisco, Santa Clara University, and San Jose State. This career educator, he'll be speaking a little later in the program around where his scholarship recipient is. So let me just lay out a couple things really quickly. A couple of rules for tonight. Please remain on mute. During the presentation, use the chat feature to talk to your fellow classmates, as I can see you have been doing that, until it's your turn to speak. When you hear your name, unmute, because we want to talk to you. You also may want to set your screen to speaker view for the best experience. Without further ado, now I would like to introduce our Interim Associate Dean, Kathy Godfrey.
Good evening, everyone. Before you set your screen to speaker view, I just was hoping that we could do one thing. I was in a meeting recently where someone did fireworks. Have you ever done that in a Zoom setting to celebrate? But I think there are so many people here that we want to celebrate. We want to celebrate the scholarship donors. We want to celebrate their families and friends for supporting them, their faculty for being such great mentors and teachers, and then the donors for making this happen. So I was just hoping we could do one big fireworks, and then you can go to speaker view if you want to. So. Thanks for humoring me with that. So we do have a large number of scholarship recipients to honor tonight, or actually to honor in general. So we've divided you all up into 5 different events, and we'll be celebrating just a fifth of our scholarship recipients tonight. We also have faculty here who were invited by the student receiving the scholarship to join them in the celebration. So the first scholarship tonight is the Becky Honda Memorial Scholarship. This scholarship was set up for a student pursuing coursework in education. And the recipient for this scholarship is Sophia Ebenezer. Sophia is in the Clinical Rehabilitation and Mental Health Counseling program. So congratulations, Sophia. Would you like to take a couple of minutes to tell us what the scholarship means to you?
As a mom and a student, the scholarship really means so much to me, especially with trying to take care of family, kids, and still being in school and not having so much opportunity to work. So it really helps me a lot, and I really want to appreciate and thank everyone responsible. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You've got your support system with you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Sophia.
Thanks.
The next scholarship is the Carl Levine Kremen Scholarship. And this scholarship is for students who are working to become elementary school teachers. The recipients for this scholarship are Eduardo Lopez and Vanessa Atrisco Andrade. Sorry. I believe that Vanessa is with us here tonight. Vanessa is a liberal studies major, and she's actually from Porterville, California. So congratulations to both of you. And Vanessa, if you would like to take a couple of minutes to talk about what the scholarship means to you, we'd love to hear from you.
Hi everyone. I want to start off by thanking you for having me and for donating the scholarship. It means a lot to me. I'm a first generation student as well. And it's very difficult because of the guidance, the financial situation with both of my parents being farm workers. There's a struggle there. So it means so much to me. And thank you for the opportunity.
Thanks so much, Vanessa. The next scholarship is the Dorothy Hamilton Scholarship. And this scholarship was established to help students who want to become teachers. The recipient for this scholarship is Noreen Nakvi. And Noreen wasn't able to be with us tonight, but we still offer her our heartfelt congratulations. So congratulations to Noreen. The next scholarship is the Dr. Richard Sparks Scholarship. This endowed scholarship was established by Richard Dick Sparks Jr. in honor of both his father, Dr. Richard Sparks, who was the first dean of the Kremen School of Education, as well as Dean Sparks's wife, Joan Anderson Sparks, who passed away in 2009. Joan was the chair of the Curriculum and Instruction Department and retired shortly before her death as both department chair and professor emeritus. Dick, who is an active member of the Kremen Alumni Chapter, was unable to join us tonight, but wanted to congratulate the recipient. The recipient for this scholarship is Jessica Notar-Nicola, who is a liberal studies student. Actually, she graduated in 2019, so we want to congratulate her for that. And she's currently enrolled in the dual mild mod credential program. And Jessica is from Visalia, California. Jessica, would you like to talk for a few minutes about what this scholarship means to you?
Yes, I am incredibly grateful to have received this scholarship. Going into the credential program, I didn't get much financial aid, so it was really nice to receive some financial aid to, continue to go towards my dream of being a teacher and achieve both credentials. So I'm really appreciative of that.
Great. Thank you so much, Jessica. Our next scholarship is the Fresno Unified Retiree Scholarship. And this scholarship was set up for a graduate student who is pursuing coursework to become a teacher. The recipient for this scholarship is Adriana Moreno Lemus, who is in clinical rehabilitation and mental health counseling. And Adriana comes from Lindsay. Congratulations, Adriana. Would you like to speak with us for a few minutes about what this scholarship means to you?
Thank you, everyone. I was driving, I parked to the side. Thank you so much. As a mom too, it's very hard to go to school and work and be a mom and do house chores. So definitely the money was very helpful, especially during these hard times. And it's my last semester with my internship. So that money was like falling from heaven to support me and my husband financially for my master's. So thank you everyone who, donated and for being supportive of students who decide to continue with their education.
Thank you so much, Adriana. The next scholarship is the J. and L. Curtis Cosgrave Scholarship. And this scholarship was set up for a student pursuing coursework in education. The recipient for this scholarship is Catherine Wu. Catherine is a liberal studies major from DuPont, Washington. And Catherine, would you like to take a couple of minutes to talk about the scholarship?
Yes, of course. I just want to say, first off, thank you to all the donors, who are so willing to donate financially to everybody who's pursuing an education and, education. So I'm really appreciative of that. The scholarship has really helped me out since last semester and even into this semester as well. My parents are out of state, so moving from Washington to here, I think, stepping into adulthood, you start realizing all the finances that there are and, trying to balance that with school. So just having, the provision here and there in my finances, for school, taking some of that pressure off has really meant, the world to me and to my family. So thank you. I'm just glad I'm able to focus on school and keep pushing towards, my degree and entering the credential program soon. So I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much. The next scholarship is the Joseph B. Murphy Memorial Scholarship. This endowed scholarship was established by Mrs. Louise Murphy in 1975 in honor of her husband for students who are pursuing a career in teaching. The recipient for this scholarship is Julia Otto. Unfortunately, Julia wasn't able to join us tonight, but we do extend our congratulations to her. The next scholarship is the Maxima A. Dandoy Scholarship. We have Rudy Darr with us this evening. You met him earlier. This scholarship was established in honor of his aunt, Maxima Dandoy. And Rudy, could you talk with us a little bit about the scholarship and about your aunt?
Yes, I will. I had to unmute myself and I couldn't find the button for it. I too would like to thank the Kremen School of Education staff for administering this scholarship. Actually, the scholarship does not come from me. It comes from my aunt, Maxima Dandoy. Maxima, as I call her, established the scholarship because she believed in the importance and the need to develop excellent teachers for society. To say that education was important to her is an understatement. Teaching was in her blood. As a child, she witnessed her father being referred to and addressed as maestro. 3 of her 4 siblings also went into education. The oldest brother was a superintendent of schools at several parts of the Philippines. The second oldest brother retired from the best teacher education school in the Philippines. And the younger sister was a principal at several high schools in several parts of the Philippines. The scholarship at Fresno State was established as one of 3 that she actually established. One is to the Philippine Normal College, now called Philippine Normal University, where she attended and graduated and even was offered a position at the same university even before her graduation. The second scholarship was to Stanford University, where she got her doctorate. And the third scholarship is, of course, over here at Fresno State University. We used to joke a little bit when she would tell me of her interview with Doctors Arnold Joyal and Phillips Watts, because when Maxima arrived at the interview, apparently they had known each other even before the interview session. She walked into the room and she said, "Oh, Arnold, oh, Phyllis, you're here for the interview also." And they said, "Oh no, we're here to interview you." Anyway, and a very important note was told her, according to Maxima, that she was going to be the first non-white of any school of education in California. This was 1956 when she was interviewed and offered the position at Fresno State. So Maxima demanded excellence from her students. In the late 60s and mid 70s, when some of her former students were already administrators at Fresno Unified School District, The word was that they would not entertain hiring teachers unless they had taken at least one course from Maxima Dandoy at Fresno State University. She was very proud of that, as she would tell me the story. So that's Maxima Dandoy's scholarship.
Wow, thank you so much for sharing that information with us, Rudy. And thank you to both you and Carol for joining us tonight. I know it's so much more meaningful for the scholarship recipients to kind of have a face or a story to connect with the donors who have made these scholarships possible. So thank you both so much. Joseph Rooney is the recipient of the Dandoy Scholarship. However, it doesn't look like Joseph was able to join us tonight, but we do celebrate him and are grateful for the ways that the scholarship have enabled him to pursue an education.
I would like to add another thank you to the scholars who have received the scholarship from the Maxima Dandoy Scholarship, because they have written, and I have been very happy and of course proud to see that they received such scholarships, and proud to see the gratitude that they expressed in their letters to address to me. Thank you again.
Oh, great. Thank you for that. Our next guest is Dr. Suo Zhang, and Professor Zhang is the coordinator of the Student Affairs and the College Counseling Program in the Counselor Education and Rehabilitation Department. He was invited by the next recipient, Mercedes Rosales, to join our celebration. Dr. Zhang, could you tell us a little bit about this student?
Yes. So as you all know, I don't do well on the spot, so I'm glad someone gave me a heads up. So I put a little something together. And so I just want to quickly say that it has been an honor and privilege to be part of Mercedes' journey here at Fresno State. I've seen her grow and develop as a counselor, not only in the K-12 setting, but also in the college settings. And I couldn't be more proud of her and her accomplishments, given everything that she's had on her plate. If you knew her, I think at some point she had like 3 internship sites and a full-time student. And I was her instructor for the practicum, seeing her early on, and then to also supervise her during her field placements. And if that wasn't, and if she wasn't, how do I say, if that didn't keep her busy enough, she was also one of our student leaders in our program, as well as a leader across our campus. And so she was an officer in our SAC Graduate Student Association. She also helped to establish the university-wide Graduate Student Association, as well as she also served as a graduate student advisor to our SAC program, providing advising to prospective students, addressing any questions that they may have, for any interested students about the program. And so for her, I just can't say enough about her in terms of the great work that she's done. She is one of our outstanding students in our program, and is a good reflection of our program, who not only does well on but off campus. She's also presented at conferences. I've been able to witness her present with her colleagues, as well as connect with different presidents of professional associations and so forth. And so with that, I just want to say congratulations.
Wow. Mercedes, you sound busy and really amazing. So this scholarship is the Robert and Norma Craig Education Scholarship. It was set up to honor students who are pursuing coursework in education. And there are actually multiple recipients for this scholarship: Rochelle Burns, Delane Rivera, Taylor Tessendor, and Mercedes Rosales, who we just heard about. Mercedes is from Exeter, California. And Mercedes, would you like to say something?
Yes, first, thank you so much for having me, and being a donor of this scholarship. I was not expecting those words from Dr. Zhang, so that took me by quite surprise. Thank you so much, Dr. Zhang. Sue has been a great mentor and advisor for me these last 2.5 years that I've been into the program. Definitely, as soon as I met him, somebody who I knew believed in me, so that was very helpful, and really, really helped me throughout and finish this degree this last December. This scholarship came at such an important time. I was debating on taking summer school or extending a semester of graduate school, and I actually reached out to Sue because I asked him, do I take 19 units as a graduate student, or do I take summer school and finish, December 2020? And sure enough, he said, I believe in you, and you do what's best. I know you'll be able to do it. So I took summer school and got to finish this last December, but the scholarship is really what sealed it for me. I cried getting it because it not only helped pay for summer school, but it helped pay for my last semester of graduate school. So I know not many people get to say that they graduate debt-free, but I was willing to be able to do it debt-free because of donors, because of scholarships. And I'm just so eternally grateful to be able to be in this position. And thank you so much.
Thank you, Mercedes. And thank you to all of you for sharing your stories. I'm the chair of the scholarship committee. And, when we make those assignments, we read your stories, we read about the challenges that you're facing and about your dreams. And it's just so nice to see the faces that go along with those stories. I believe that Laura Clark wants to say something now.
Well, first of all, I just want to do a final check-in. I think I know everybody on the Zoom, but if there are any students who joined us at the last minute who we did not know about, can you speak up now? All right, I think we did okay, just making sure. Okay, so before I go any further, I'd like to just do a shout out to Heather Mcdowell and say thank you to Heather. Heather was in contact with all of you guys and did an amazing job putting all this together. Good job, Heather. Thank you. Tonight, you've had the opportunity to meet some outstanding and promising students, but they would not be here without the guidance and support of some amazing teachers. Here at the Kremen School, we have a teacher honor wall right outside the building where a volunteer committee has worked for over 20 years to honor these heroes. If you would like to create a brick in honor of your favorite student, teacher, or other educator, please go to the Kremen page on the Fresno State website for more information. It's the teacher honor wall. I would like to once again extend a sincere thank you to all of our donors, stewards, and special guests who helped us out this evening to make this event possible. I really appreciate all your time and your preparation, especially during the dinner hour. And at this point, I want to turn it over to the Dean and the Associate Dean again to finish us up. Thank you.
Randy, do you want to say anything?
I thought I was, and then I found out I'm muted. I'm very sorry. I think I'd know this after 9 hours a day of Zooming. So I just have to say that as a student, I know that you're grateful, and I know that you're thankful to the people that you've had, but you cannot understand how grateful we are to have you and how proud we are when we're able to share in your success. We all come from different backgrounds and different ways in which we've navigated higher education on our own. And none of us can say that it just came easy for us. But you represent those who have stood out, who have not just said I can do it, but have done what it takes to accomplish something that's really amazing. And I can't tell you how proud we are. But also, I want to also welcome in the donors to recognize that your gifts that you've given have not just changed the pathway of a student, that you've actually changed the world in lots of ways. These voices will continue on, and they will change the world. So I just want to say what a treat it is to be able to celebrate these amazing students, to give thanks to the support systems and the supporters that we have, and to express our appreciation to so many people who come around these students to help them be successful. Most importantly, the donors tonight. In Kremen, we often talk about a Kremen community because how we rely on one another to work together for our student success. And these events remind me that that phrase included is not just those who work or study at Fresno State, but also the families, friends, and community members. We celebrate them as well. So thanks everyone for celebrating students with us tonight and for being part of our Kremen community.
So that's it, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you to Laura, whose idea this was. She did not take credit for that. So if you enjoyed this evening, please give Laura a round of applause. And we just wish you a really great semester, successful and happy, and everything that you need to move on into your careers. So thank you all so much for joining us tonight, and have a good evening.